Hello and welcome to another episode of MOPO where we discuss matters of personal opinion.
It's all MOPO.
Today we're going to be doing another episode of Gotham, Season 4, Episode 4. 44?
Oh, 4.
4.
Yeah, the Dark Knight or whatever. I don't understand why they make these, because it's already been fucked up. So they talk about Batman. Yeah, what if by the end of the season he's Batman?
No. No!
Because you gotta admit, it's been progressing a little faster than what we thought it would.
It's going to be way faster than if he all of a sudden becomes Batman at the end of this season. Unless it's like a flash forward 5 years.
Yeah, why are they calling this season the Dark Knight?
Because I think it's a Dark Knight in Gotham, and I think they think they're clever.
There's been a Dark Fortnight in Gotham because it should ain't been sweet.
Fortnight, how many nights is that?
I think it's 2 weeks or whatever.
A score is like 20 years, right?
So it might not have been a score of a Dark Knight yet, but it's been more than a day.
A score of a Dark Knight, that's like Frank Miller Batman.
That'd be
like old school, old man Batman.
And he's just a baby now. What if they had baby
That's
Batman?
what I mean, like he's still young and fragile, like he has no muscle definition.
Literally in a diaper, like, oh, where are the trucks?
Baby Batman? The BB iteration?
Chalupa Batman. But, anyway,
yeah, so, what is it? This episode starts, they're taking this knife to an appraiser. I feel like it just picks up.
Well, no, it's like the curator or whatever. Have the knife.
The doctor of antiquities at the museum.
Yeah, and he got his grandson over there, like, this is dangerous shit, but I'm going to have you with me anyway because I want you to think I'm cool.
Well, I don't think they knew it was dangerous.
Bullshit, man. Like, there's no way you don't know about the history of that knife. And
they only just figured it out at the end.
And that, like, all these people are like...
Bruce comes in going like, hey, I found this knife in an attic. It's got some crazy writings on it.
Money on it and shit. But anyway, But, if Bruce did that on his own, like, how did everybody and their mom find out about it? Because all of a sudden, Ra's al Ghul is there or whatever, and they're going to try to, like, steal the knife from the curator dude.
Yeah.
And, they do a little bit more history of Ra's al Ghul because, like, they're sitting there the curator's talking to his grandson or whatever, and, they're talking about the history of this knife and all. So I think they do know because they hide it or whatever. Because when Ra's al Ghul comes, he tortures the old man, and he's all like, "Yo, I ain't giving you shit," or whatever. And they kill him, and that sets off this whole Bruce and Jim Gordon are on the crime scene, and they're trying to figure out what happened and what happened to the knife. And, the kid is still there, right? And, after, I guess Ra's al Ghul escapes after killing the curator, and he goes back and he sets off some big ugly dude and this little dog dude they call Anubis back to the museum to go get the curator kid, or whatever, the grandson. And, that kind of sets off things, over there at the museum where they got Gordon, Alfred, the kid, and Bruce, and these two, henchmen of Ra's al Ghul are going to be on their way over there to get them. And that's where I think Sophia and Penguin meet up, I believe, after that. Or do you have anything to add to that?
After what, the
after they send Anubis and the big boy after Bruce and them.
Oh, when they're in the library?
Yeah, or the museum or wherever they're at.
Because, what was it? Yeah, because Gordon goes to...
I'm pretty sure Sophia has a meeting with the Penguin because the Penguin realizes she's back in town. And he's like, look, I don't trust you as far, as I can throw you or whatever. So you have to prove to me that you're in town, not to take over. And you're just here, chilling or whatever.
Okay.
And that's kind of where Gordon goes to Barbara because, murder happens at this place. You wanted the knife. Why did you want the knife? And did you have anything to do with this murder? And she's all like, I ain't telling you Jack or whatever. And, it's just about my client or whatever. He wanted it. He didn't get it or whatever. But then Bruce tells Gordon about Ra's al Ghul. And, Gordon's all like, I need all the information. I thought that was pretty funny. He said, I need all the information I can on Ra's al Ghul. And Chick's all like, well, how do you spell it? And he bangs on her.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He didn't even want to try with that one. He's like, you're on your own.
So at this point...
But then she starts coming up with like, Jerry Ghoul. Like... Frank Ra, like Raja, and I was just like, wait, like he said Raja Ghul, like,
lady, there can't be too many in the phone book. I'll tell you that right now.
There's none in the phone. I don't even know why he even bothered having her search it.
But this is where they kind of realize maybe the curator's grandson might have that knife, or at least might know where it is. And Ra's al Ghul is a crazy motherfucker because he goes to Gordon, at the police station,
and shows all up.
Yeah, shows up like, I'm not Ra's al Ghul. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this knife. Like, I'm the rightful owner or whatever. Or I'm I work at the museum. And we can't be having this.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
a way off, distant country.
Yeah, he's like, so I need that knife, and that's when Alfred comes in, and Alfred comes in.
Yeah, he just comes in screaming, and he's
like looking for Bruce because he's like, what? They just disappeared? Like, what happened?
And then sees him,
and he's like, sees Ra's al Ghul, and he's like, yo, and
just cracks him,
decks this boy. He decks the boy and starts arguing with Gordon, and he turns around and Ra's al Ghul's gone. So it's like, well, now Gordon knows all about you, bro. Like, there's, no escaping your fucking fate now.
Right? Like, yeah, you showed your cards.
Right, so...
But Bruce is actually, he's with the grandson. They're, like, bonding over being kids. And he's just like, man, like, hey, don't worry about pain. Like, that's cool. And it's like, bravery isn't nothing. I stood there. Because he's like, I stood there while my grandfather was murdered. Mm. He's like, I should have done something. It's like, what are you going to do, kid? And then Bruce is like, I did the same thing when my parents were murdered. Fear is just there, but you got to control it.
Right.
And I was like, all right. And, they're just like, all right, so they got to go get the knife because it's in this hiding spot, right?
Yeah, they like run away or whatever and go to get the knife. And that's because while they're talking, that's when the dog and the dude show up, and that's why they run away.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the kid has the knife on.
No, because wasn't it like hiding in plain sight or something? They said it was like in a display at the museum.
I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens by the end of the episode. But, that's when Gordon and Alfred show up, and there's this huge fight in this museum where, it's basically Gordon and Alfred and Bruce and the kid versus Ra's al Ghul's henchmen. And basically what happens is Ra's al Ghul shows up and gets a hold of the kid. And Bruce got the knife. And he's with Gordon. And Gordon and Bruce are on one side. And Ra's al Ghul got the kid with a knife to his throat. He's like, give me the knife. And Gordon's like, give him the knife. And Bruce says, I can't give him that knife. And Ra's al Ghul's like, fine then, or whatever. He's like, you're finally learning now. And he slits that kid's throat right then and there. And Bruce is all like, I let that kid die. It's my fault. And yeah, it is, but, I figured he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah, it's like the one life to save many kind of thing.
Yeah, you give up that knife to Ra's al Ghul.
And he lied to that boy, too, because the kid was even like, did you know that knife was, like, dirty? Did you know it was bad and horrible and, like, all this bad stuff was coming around on it? And he was like, oh.
No.
Like, Bruce is a little jerk.
But also what's going on, I think, while all this is happening is, the Penguin and...
But they arrest Ra's al Ghul, though.
Yeah, they do. Well, I mean, that's kind of like the end. But, basically, Penguin is really worried about Sophia. So what he does is he captures some of her people and tortures and murders them. And she takes a champ, kind of proves.
Yeah, except he didn't capture him. She literally was there, and they're all in her house, and she's like, "You can't be here. Get out of here. I don't want you to be here. You shouldn't be here." Blah blah blah. And then walks in Penguin because he was just waiting for them all to show up, and then he takes them out back and murders them while she plays victim or whatever, victim sheep. But she's crying to him. But then as soon as he walks out the door, she's wiping the tears away, this is exactly what I had planned the whole time. Screw my father's, foundation or whatever. I don't know what game she's after, though. Is it really...
She wants to be the kingpin, like they all do.
Yeah, but why not... Yeah, but then she even talks shit later about how, her father would have made friends with them, and then showed everybody that they were being friendly with each other, and then bring everybody, into the fold instead of just exterminating the heads and leaving everybody under to scatter.
Well, I mean, we'll see, but I ultimately think she wants to be the underworld boss like everybody else. Because
she could use those men to her advantage.
Well, 2-3 men like you said, for the greater good. She sacrifices men, makes her look like,
But yeah, this is when I realized she was up to no good, because I was just like, no, she knew what she was doing there.
But then also we got the Riddler confronts Penguin, and Penguin realizes...
This is honestly my, not what happens, at the end with them, but... My favorite part is these beatboxing rapper dudes with their quote-unquote riddles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. This is just utter nonsense, but it is just hilarious.
Riddler. Zaz.
Oh.
He's in there acting a fool the whole time, and it's you're going to kill him, right?
It's just no, just where'd they find you? On the street. Well, of course you'd say that. Get out of here. They scramble.
So, but they they had this conversation with the Riddler, and they realized yeah, dude, you're fucking stupid now, dude. You're in that ice, and that shit fucks your head up. And Riddler's all oh, I'm gonna kill your ass or whatever. And out of nowhere, you see Freeze. Dr. Freeze come out,
Freeze
and
shoots his hand and the gun out.
Shoots the gun out of his hand. He's like, yo, you want you want a different pose? Or he's all oh, you want to change?
Yeah. He starts going, no, and it's just on the same pose. Then that was a good one.
And Penguin has a change of heart, man. He's like,
he doesn't have a change of heart, and I like the way he's thinking too.
Bad for him.
I think he's trying to mind fuck him, because think about it. He's like, nah, you know what? I don't want to freeze you because I wanted to display Edward Nygma. I wanted to display the supervillain whose name I will not still say, and then he's just like, you're not him, you're nothing, Edward Nygma would know that something was wrong, and you don't even know something's wrong, so it's you're worse than Edward Nygma, you're a peon, you can't even take revenge on me because you're not even the person who you were,
right? And I actually took that as I thought Penguin was feeling bad for him.
No, I didn't take that as feeling bad for him. I felt that it was on the surface, it's kind of like he feels bad for him, but I think he's kind of like rubbing it in and being like, dude, you're nothing. Like he's messing with his head. He's talking his way out of a bullet, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the gun's on the grounds, but
no, he had Riddler dead to rights at that point.
no, I know, but I mean, it's like
either way, he lets him go.
He's crushing him as a man.
Yeah, either way, he lets him go, and I hope, obviously, the Riddler's going to get his shit back or whatever, but maybe this might be start of, like, a working relationship or whatever, because, that's half the Batman stories is these dudes be teaming up, whether it be Riddler and Penguin or Riddler and Catwoman or Joker and the Mad Hatter, they
true.
all team up against
They'll put their differences aside for, like, a season.
As we wrap the episode up, we go to Gordon and Sophia, and this is where she's kind of like, we're finding out more about this chick, what'd she say about, like, her dad and whatnot?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh, well, she's all, like, bad talking her dad and, like...
Oh, dude, I honestly, all I wrote was Gordon and Sophia, a fire couple.
Yeah, because they really getting it in now, and, like, I think Sophia's playing him like a fiddle, and he's...
Honestly, Gordon man? Takes it every time.
He's a lot like me, man. A pretty-ass bitch, you're gonna sucker me 9 times out of 10, too. I mean, it's just the way it is, man. Just the way it is.
Pretty ass woman.
So, poor Jim Gordon. But as we leave the episode, we see, like, they arrest Ra's al Ghul. And he's, like, walking into what I assume is Arkham. And he got, like, this smile on his face. And all of a sudden he gets real angry. And then he goes back to smiling. And I'm like, this dude is a fucking nut. He needs to be in Arkham.
Now, like, I thought he was smiling because it's like everybody gets out of Arkham.
Yeah, I'll be out about 2 weeks. You don't even got Batman anymore. Or Batman yet.
And, yeah, and that, and I thought maybe, like, a combination of, everybody gets out of Arkham. Is he smiling because it's more people that he can influence and have do his bidding, and then the other one was he's Ra's al Ghul. He's just gonna like magic blink out of there.
Yeah, I'm getting out here regardless.
Room.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure, dude. It'd be hilarious if like they go back to Gordon's office and they're like, "Oh my God, where'd he go?" And then like cut to like 5 minutes later when everybody leaves and he's just hiding under the desk.
Oh shit! But yeah, still relatively early in the season. We got a lot of episodes left. Tell us what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, add, and remember, it's all a matter of personal opinion.
It's all MOPO.
Thanks for listening.